How's it going, everyone? Mike here. What we're going to do in this video is talk about merge TITANS automation, and today I'll specifically be talking about the merge by Amazon function. I put out another video back in March where I did go over pretty much everything, and those were my first impressions because I had just started paying for this tool, so I didn't have much experience with it, and you can see what my initial thoughts were. So I'm going to spend a few minutes today just talking about merch by Amazon, and then I'll do a video for every other one of the platforms. This is what it looks like when you log in, and I have their website in the background just because if you want to take a few minutes and actually go through all that, they do a pretty good job explaining exactly what the tool does. But like I said, it's different when you see it when somebody's using it. So this is the home page, as you can see here, home tab. These are all the different platforms that you can upload to. So we're going to turn all of them off because this would only go into effect when we actually want to upload designs. But before you actually go through that process and you're setting, for example, prices and your choices of products, this is the page that we're going to be looking at. So that's where we're going to start. And I'll go through it slowly, and then I'll show you guys exactly what you would need to do to actually upload large numbers of products through this tool. So first of all, this is pretty much like the account settings and options for publishing. So, do you want this tool to log in automatically if, for example, you get logged off for whatever reason? Yes, no, right? Save in your login details, all that kind of stuff. Use public, so they have certain templates and all that kind of stuff. I say no to this because I'll show you in a minute why exactly. And then if you want to, save or submit, you have those two options. So you can save as draft or publish them automatically from this tool. Let me close this. So as you can see here, as you scroll down, you have every single marketplace, and then you go into your fit types, color settings, and then certain miscellaneous settings in addition to the advanced settings. So let's start with the .com, the US market, because it's exactly the same as all the other ones. So we'll look at one in detail, and then I'll show you quickly all the other ones. This is simple. This is where you basically come in and you select the products that you want this tool to push your designs through once you actually hit the upload button, the start button. But before you do that, you have to set, of course, you have to select the products and actually set your prices. So this is what that's for. When I first started using this tool, when I actually signed up for it, opened it, and got to this page, and for example, looked at all of this, and then clicked here, looked at all of that, it was honestly like I felt a little overwhelmed, and I was like, oh man, this is going to take a lot of work. I'll just leave it, for another day when I have a little more time. And I did put it off for a couple of days, but now that I've done it so many times, it really isn't a problem. And also now that once you enter all this information once, you can save that file and basically pull up that information instantly. So whenever these fields are blank, even though it seems like a lot, keep in mind that you're not manually entering it after the first time. It is only the first time that you're going to have to manually enter it unless you already have a template saved. So once you've selected all the products and you've entered all the prices, you do that for every single marketplace. Okay, so you do that, you go through them and do exactly what I just described. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to upload basically a spreadsheet with settings. But before I do, I want to go through these other tabs. Fit types, again, exactly what you expect. If you're listing standard t-shirts, premium t-shirts, tank tops, and regular fit type shirts, this is where you select your fit type. There's nothing more to it. If you're uploading designs that go against a youth policy, then all you have to do is not select these. So that's basically what you would do. So there's nothing else to it. So that's fairly simple. The color settings, again, once you go through them the first time, after that it's done, but you actually have to manually select these colors. Now if you're of course only going with dark colors, that's why you would do light colors, and then you can, for example, save those two preset documents separately, so that when you have a light design or a dark design, those are the ones that you would choose. Again, you go through that for every single product. The only thing that I don't here, like for example, like I don't know which ones are the what are the colors called, like the unique. Let me just check. I'll put this on pause for a sec. Which ones are the heather colors? So for example, dark heather, blue heather, heather blue. I don't know which ones exactly they are. Like I can guess, but there's no clear separation, right? So still you have up to 10 choices, and I select those, and they're available. But again, like I'm assuming this is purple and this is not, right? So anyways, that's the only thing that I have with the color selection. Again, you do the same thing for pop sockets. If you want the background to be, for example, black, you would actually select it here and then save that. If you want it to be white, select that. If you want it to be a more, I don't even know, here we go, fluorescent neon green, that's what you would choose. So anyways, you have that choice. If you want to keep it black, you can, and it will be there as long as it's saved in your files. Miscellaneous. So this is when it comes to phone cases and the alignment. You have a few different options. Align top works with all of my designs, and it works perfectly with the camera hole in the cases, and I've never actually had any problems with the alignment of my images when it comes to phone cases. Fully resized image for pop sockets, phone cases, tote bags, and throw pillows. I keep this not enabled, because if you enable it, it will actually stretch your image, and unless you're going with some kind of like an all over print, it doesn't make sense, and the resizing is actually pretty perfect, so you don't need to enable this. And the last thing that you would look at is when you're looking at your spreadsheet, and let me pull that up. So this is the spreadsheet that you would have to do, and that's the information that will be pulled. So anything that you enter here will be pulled by Merch Titans Automation, used to upload your product. So this is where you need to be without any mistakes, because your image path, your title, your description, everything else has to be perfect, and that's why you have these options. So for example, if I was to, for example, upload a spreadsheet, which I don't have uploaded right now, it would give me the option of actually titled columns here. So for example, there would be one that says image path or title or all that kind of stuff. So you would actually select them, because this is what you're choosing. You're saying push the information from this column, and you select it. So for example, it would be, in this case, title, to enter the title information, description to enter description. So you check this every single time, because sometimes Excel does pull in wrong information. So for example, instead of your brand column, let's see where it would be, Merch by Amazon brand, it would actually pull in, for example, your title. So it could mess things up. So that's where you have to pay attention. Okay, so the last thing that I will do is I will go back home. I will load my settings. So as you can see here, the application or the tool was completely blank. And what I'm going to do right now is I'll go with merge all, so that I know which ones I've saved, and then printful. This is completed. So I upload that. It says settings successfully loaded. And when we go back to Merch by Amazon, and everything that was blank is no longer blank. So all of my choices and selections have been entered. So that's why I said the first time you do it, it will take some time. But again, you go through all of this, and as you can see here, my fits, my colors, everything else is already selected. So that's it. I'm going to leave it, like I said,